Hey everyone, Psychopath1c here. It's been forever and a day since I've been on the YouTube uploading circuit, but I'm back, and I'm now mobile. I actually am on an Android tablet, with a DVD player installed to it. Yeah, you can see more around my room. I got a new poster. Rob Zombie. That's my Insane Clown Posse poster. Don't know if you can see my Doom poster, but there it is. I'm going to review one of my all-time favorite Japanese horror movies. Ring. Yes, I know it says Ringu, but that's how it's pronounced, not how it's spelled, so, yeah. Let me get this out real fast so I can show it to you. This is the Arrow release, so it's got tons of special features. I don't know if you can see that. It's Rico on it. Let me switch the cover around because this does come with an alternate cover. I like the alternate cover a bit better because you can at least see it on video, but I do really enjoy the original cover too. Here we go. Now, if you see this online, this is the cover you're gonna see. Look at that delicious goodness. Still can barely see it because my light is a piece of crap. But anyways, Ringu. In 1998, director Hideo Nakata unleashed a chilling tale of technological terror on unsuspecting audiences, which redefined the horror genre, launched the J-horror boom in the West, and introduced a generation of moviegoers to a creepy, dark-haired girl called Sadako. The film's success spawned a slew of remakes, reimaginations, and imitators, but none could quite boast the power of Nakata's original masterpiece, which melded traditional Japanese folklore with contemporary anxieties. About the spread of technology, a group of teenage friends are found dead, their bodies grotesquely contorted, their faces are freaky looking. Their faces twisted in terror. Reiko, yep, I got the name right, a journalist and the aunt of one of the victims, sets out to investigate a shocking phenomenon and, in the process, uncovers a creepy urban legend about a supposedly cursed videotape, the contents of which causes anyone who views it to die within a week, unless they can persuade someone else to watch it, and in so doing, pass on the curse. New special features. I won't read all of them, but that is how many special features are on there. The first one is just talking about the transfer. It's a 4K transfer, which is nice. So yeah, there's all the special features. It's too dark to really read it, so yeah. But anyways, I love this film. The first time I saw it was back in 2000, I want to say 2009, back when the big J-horror remakes were happening and everything. Like, you had the One Missed Call remake, you had the Grudge 2, you had Ring, the Ring 2, you had a whole bunch coming out. But I will always love the originals more. I know that might make me sound like a hipster or whatever and something like that, but I always preferred the originals more. I found they were way more scarier, and the whole CG Samara slash Sadako in the Japanese version, Samara in the American version, it was horrible looking. It did not scare me. Like, a lot of people were like, oh, it's so scary. I'm not scared of CGI, folks. Never was, never will be. The closest thing to CG scares that I can get is from a video game, and that is Fatal Frame. I keep on saying it. Fatal Frame still scares the crap out of me to this day. But anyways, talking about Ringu. Ring. It's about a reporter, Rico, it begins just like a normal everyday teen movie, like two girls, they're just talking about stuff, like talking about how they're having so much fun with their friends and whatnot, and one decides, oh, you know what, me and this boy I hung out with, we watched a videotape, and the videotape had some strange images on it, like a woman combing her hair really creepily. Then then all of a sudden, these letters appearing on the screen, like saying different things, and then all of a sudden you see a well, and then the other woman gets scared, and then she's like, just kidding. But it turns out she did actually watch the tape. So it's been 7 days, and 7 days, 7 deadly sins, seven different types of 7 dwarves or whatever. But anyways, everything falls into 7. I don't know why. But anyways, 7 days. It's been 7 days, and what happens is this girl ends up deciding, you know what? It might not actually happen. So over the course of about 2 minutes, like, they end up getting a call, and it turns out to be the woman's mother, well, the girl's mother, Reiko's sister, and the girl slowly is looking around, and the door of the refrigerator opens, and then she closes it, and then she goes back to the TV, and it's apparently on and staticky. And what happens is she turns it off, goes back to her normal thing, and then the TV turns back on, and then she looks at the screen, like, in shock, like there's something scary, and we don't get to see it. This is a over 20-year-old movie. It's 22 years old now. 23 years. It's 23 years old now, so I am gonna spoil some of this movie. So get ready, get your popcorn out. Let's get into this. It cuts to, like, a film negative type of thing, like, you know how, like, the film negative type of thing is. Anyways, she ends up getting discovered. Her body gets discovered by her aunt Reiko, and what ends up happening is Reiko is she's trying to discover, oh my gosh, what happened to my niece. So she ends up looking towards interviewing all of her friends, trying to figure out what's going on, and then all of a sudden she hears about these 2 girls just talking about, like, there is this tape, if you watch it, something bad will happen to you. And I'm giving you the cliff notes here because I want you guys to still see the movie regardless. The movie is great, just spot on. It's fantastic. It may be a little boring to some people nowadays, but it's good. Like, it is a really great film in my eyes. Hell, why wouldn't I want to own this on Blu-ray? Anyways, she ends up discovering about this tape, so she calls up her newspaper place that she works at and says, hey, I want to do a story on this tape. So she's quick, ready to get going. Like, she discovers, like, hey, the tape was found in a cabin, so she decides to go find what cabin it is. And there's a little book that came with my set, Ringo the Collection. It details all the behind-the-scenes stuff, well, not really behind-the-scenes stuff, but the legacy of Ring and the impact it had on horror movies and everything. and details the sequels and the different spin-offs and whatever, and the films that are in this set. So yeah. Anyways, she's on the case, getting ready to go, all hyped up, getting ready, and she decides to make a stop at her ex-husband's place, Ryuji. Ryuji Takahashi, or Ryuji, because Reiko Asakawa, Ryuji Takahashi. Okay, trying to figure this out now. Yeah, Ryuji Takahashi. He, in the book, from what I know of, he was a sicko. He was a rapist. He was a disgusting man. He was not a good person. But in the movie, they changed the character from a male lead to a female lead, making her Riko Asakawa. And so, anyways, Riko ends up... Sorry about the motion sickness right there. Riko ends up getting the... Pretty much, she wants to get this story made, so she goes to the cabin and she ends up finding out it's B4. B-4. And apparently in Japan, 4 means death. When you pronounce 4 in Japanese, it stands for death. It's the equivalent of 13 here in the States. If you're not so well versed on a bunch of stuff, like it's kind of odd, like how numbers can represent evil things in different countries and everything. The number 666, for example, number of the beast. Yeah, failed at that. But anyways, numbers. So, yeah. Back on topic. 7 days. And then B4. So she goes to the cabin. She ends up looking over in the registration office, like while she's registering, and seeing a tape. And she says, "Can I see this tape?" And the clerk is like, "Sure, go take a look at it. It was left over here last time, so yeah." She takes the tape and ends up putting it in the VCR, and apparently it was supposed to be put in at a certain time, otherwise you wouldn't be able to see what was on the tape, or at least that's what I got from the book. But in the movie, they switched it around a little bit to be, like, different. So anyways, she watches the tape, and she's watching, and she gets disturbed by it, like what's on it. And what's cool about this thing is it actually comes with Sadako's video, so you actually get to see the footage of the tape, which is actually pretty cool. Now you can see it on YouTube if you want to, but I prefer to have it on a physical media. So yeah. But anyways, after she watches it, she starts to feel funny, and she ends up getting the call 1 week. Yeah, in this one, in the American version, it's 7 days, which I'm just like, But the girl on the end, Sadako, says, in Japanese, I'm not going to try to speak it in Japanese because I'm going to ruin it, but she pretty much says 1 week. And then hangs up, and then she realizes, oh my gosh, 1 week. What does that mean? So she ends up taking the tape, taking it, and gets it copied. And so what happens is, she ends up telling Ryuji about it and says, like, hey, can you figure out where exactly this place is on this video? Like, please. Can we track this down, because I've only got 7 days, 1 week, Ryuji, can you please help me? So they go on a little kind of goose goose hunt, or whatever you want to call it. So, anyways, they're going from place to place trying to figure out where exactly this was filmed. And lo and behold, they end up finding each of the clues and finding out about Sadako from an old man. Like, he's a doctor type of man. And what ends up happening is he says this person is no longer alive. We can't help. And this tape, how did you become in possession of it? Like, this is pure evil. Like, get rid of it. Stay away from it. And so what ends up happening is they end up discovering, like, oh my gosh, he must have had something to do with it. So Rico touches his shoulder, and boom, gets a flashback of like what happened. Apparently, him and a woman ended up getting it on. It doesn't show that, of course, but like we discover from it that, hey, there was this little girl. She had long black hair. Not really a good little girl or anything. So what ends up happening is Sadako's mother ends up she's like a psychic, so she like tells the future and everything. And somebody said, "You are fake," and then all of a sudden Sadako points at him, and it scares the crap out of the dude, and he gets the death face on him. Like, I can't do the death face. It's creepy. When you see the movie, you'll be like, "Ew, that's creepy." If you haven't seen this film, see it. It's an amazing one. So anyways, she decides, who is this little girl? So the man says, she's no longer alive, young woman. She's no longer alive. And Rico asks the man, where is she? Where is she? And rewinding a bit, Ryuji takes a look at the tape, and then, bad news, Ryuji, now you get cursed. So now they're on a fight together to figure out where exactly this little girl is. And lo and behold, they end up figuring it out, and they reach all the way back. I'm not going to spoil the whole movie, by the way, so I'm going to leave some rooms and everything for you to figure out where it goes from there. You can watch it on YouTube if you don't want to buy the Blu-ray. So, hey, you can watch it for free if you want. And if you're interested and you want to buy it, hey, get the Blu-ray set. It is amazing. Tons of special features. Fun. And so, they end up going back to the cabin, and they end up looking underneath the cabin, and there happens to be a well. So they end up, little by little, they start draining the well, like trying to figure out, like, is there a body in this well? I'm skimming over everything so that you have some clue of what's going on. So they end up looking inside, and finally they get the water out enough to where, oh my gosh, there's hair. And so Rico reaches underneath, and there's hair, and there's a body, like, with a death face on it, and it's the little girl. She's a skeleton. And she ends up seeing into Sadako's past, and it's time for her to die. Like, it's her 7 days are up, so she ends up getting like, what? Why am I not dying? Why am I not dying? I freed her. Oh my gosh, I helped her. Like, she's not going to kill me because I helped her. So after that, Ryuji, Rico and Ryuji, they become closer because of this ordeal, and the there's a big reason why Rico has a kid. Um, Rico's kid. Oh, wrong one. Don't know if you can see it, but that's Rico's kid. I forgot the kid's name, but anyways, the kid ended up watching the tape, so they're trying to save the kid. So yeah, and come to find out, like, Ryuji goes back to his place, says, "Oh, I'll call you a little bit later, Rico. I'm gonna get some sleep." And he starts studying some stuff and finding out what's going on, and then his TV turns on. And he's like, "What?" So he goes back and he turns it off, and it turns on again, and whoop, we see a well. And then slowly the well opens, and the music ends up getting to you. Like, it's really unnerving type of music too. Like, it makes you feel it kind of is. Like, what's happening? And then all of a sudden, the girl crawls out of the well. Keeps on crawling and crawling and crawling. Pretend this is the little girl. And she gets closer and closer, and then crawls out of the TV. And this might not have been a practical effect, but damn, they nailed the look of it. It was creepy looking. And damn, when Sadako comes out of that TV, ooh, I was like, no. Sorry, I'm hyping up this movie, but damn, this is a creepy film. So I'll leave it there. My thoughts on it: the acting is great. The acting from everybody was just great. Even the little kid, he did some really good acting too. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give it a 9. Yeah. I don't give it a perfect 10 because it does drag here and there, but definitely see this film. Like, if you're a fan of Japanese horror in general, you've probably already seen this. But if you haven't, check this film out. Get this Blu-ray. You can get it by itself or in the set. I preferred to get it in the set because I do like the sequels too. And this set actually introduced me to Ring Zero. So I was really happy with that, like finally getting to see a Ring Zero. So yeah. Anyways, this is Psychopath1c signing off. 9 out of 10 for me. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video, and I will catch you later. Happy New Year, and happy everything. Catch you later. Bye.